Okay, so I was just thinking while I was reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, how a lot of people my age, especially guys, don't like reading. And I was one of these people like a year and a half ago, a year ago. I hated reading. That was the least fun part of my day. If I ever had to read, that was the worst part of my day. There are two reasons why. One of the main reasons why you don't like to read is because you haven't found the right books yet. I hated reading for my entire life, but around a year and a half ago, for an 8th grade essay, I had to read this book called The Outsiders, and I actually liked it. Like, I was reading, I was like, oh, this is so boring, I fucking hate reading, why am I have to do this? I was reading, oh shoot, this is kind of cool. Kept reading, oh wow, this is awesome. And then I finished the book. You see, it doesn't matter. Well, it matters what kind of books you read. Because if you're reading a book, let's say on driving, when you're not even about to drive, you'd have zero interest in it. So you're like, oh, why the fuck am I going to read this? It's like watching a movie that you don't like. Let's say your favorite movies are action movies, and you're watching a romance movie. You're like, I can give a flying F about this. I do not care. The second reason why you hate reading is because you've been conditioned to hate reading by the school system. You associate reading as punishment. Because let's say, maybe you have to read for homework, right? You have to read this book for homework. You have to read it for an essay. You hate it. Because you've been forced to. You've been conditioned to read for not being fun. Because we associate school as not being fun, right? A lot of us associate school for not being fun. And then we have to read. We associate reading with, oh, we have to do a test on this, we have to do this on this, we have to take a test, we have to write an essay, we have to do all these other things just to read a book. So it's not fun. That's the reason you hate reading. Those are the two main reasons why you hate reading. But once you find the right books like I have, those are all my books, from Rich Dad Poor Dad all the way to The Art of War. The reason, well, these are my favorite books. Like, I love reading self-development books just because, like, I love self-improvement. Now, you might like dystopian books or something, but you might like freaking horror books for all I know. But for me, the number one main reason to read is to gain knowledge, and that's why I read the kinds of books I read. So if you're on self-improvement, those are the best kinds of books to read, self-development books. Now, here are my top 3 favorite self-development books. So far, I love this freaking book so much. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's one of them. Second one is Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. And the third one is The Art of War by Shen Tzu. Or, I don't know how to pronounce that freaking name. Anyway, but those are my top 3 favorite self-development books. Give them a read. Trust me, you'll like them. Do the artwork now, see you later. Like, subscribe, so I can help more young men just like you. Do the artwork now, see you later. And as always, Millie Sue.